Hey, Brennan here. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. I got episode number 2 of a new series here on the channel, Rookie versus Rookie. Today, we're going to take a look at Travis Hunter versus Tet McMillan. All right, the purpose of the show is to educate you guys on their statistical profile for the 2024 season, go in depth in their PFF stats. I'm going to do a scouting report card and maybe talk a little draft capital to really help you make a decision on which one of these players you would be drafting. All right, let's paint a scenario. You're in your rookie draft. You want to take a wide receiver. You're staring at your board, and it's Travis Hunter or Tet McMillan. There's going to be tons of us out there that are going to be, basically sitting in that situation. And, you're going to have to make a decision. All right. So let's get to the show, man. All right. So here on the screen, all right, you're looking at the 2024 production, regular season stats, and PFF statistics. And at the very bottom of the screen there, you can see that these ranks in these statistics are basically the top 30 wide receivers headed to the NFL draft. I basically took out all the other wide receivers and basically exported the data and then ranked it with the top 30 wide receivers, right? We'll be lucky to get 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe wide receiver useful dynasty assets. So I want to stack up their stats versus the other, players going to the draft and pretty much exclude all of their, players that we really don't care about in dynasty fantasy football anymore. The guys that aren't going to the NFL draft. All right. So we're going to go through these comparisons. All right. And then we're going to take a look at his scouting report card as well as his expected draft capital. Now, before I do these shows, I'm an extensive film watcher. I've watched all 22 film on all these guys. Travis Hunter, his last 3 games against Kansas, Oklahoma State, and BYU. And then Tet McMillan, his TCU game, BYU game, as well as UCF game. If you guys want access to these film cut-ups in all 22, consider subscribing to my NFL Draft Big Board subscription service. It's super cheap. It's $25 a year, and you'll have access. I do all the dirty work, all the hard work, cut it all up for you. All you got to do is look at it and scout these players for yourself. All right, the stats. Let's go through the stats. Let's go through the ranks. Let's put these players side by side. Both juniors, okay? Travis Hunter, 6'1", 185. Tet McMillan, 6'5", 212. So he's got that length and frame that we're going to talk about when we get to his scouting report card. But his receiving yards, okay, you can see Hunter's had just over 1,100. 14 TDs, had a great year. Obviously, the Heisman winner. Tet McMillan, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns as well. The catch percentage and yards per reception, 80%. Travis Hunter really has sticky hands, really good, strong hands. 12.5 average yards per reception, 65% for Tet McMillan, 15.7 yards per catch. So you can see these guys are both, they have the ability to win vertical and stretch the field. All right, slot wide alignment. I like this for the versatility reasons. Really surprised Travis Hunter only plays 6% of his his routes in the slot, 94% boundary receiver. So I didn't think before looking at the stats that I thought there'd be a lot more I guess a 50-50 split. But Tet McMillan, you can see, has a little bit more versatility. 23% in the slot, 77% out wide. This is where it gets fun. The PFF receiving grade, 88.4 for Travis Hunter. He ranked 3rd. And again, these ranks are based on the top 30 projected wide receivers going to the NFL draft. All right. So he's 3rd basically in this draft class with an 88.4, 85.2. He comes in 7th, Tet McMillan. Contested catch, watching the film on both of these guys, both have the ability to go up and get the ball. 69% contested catch percentage, ranked 3rd for Travis Hunter, and 61% 8th. You can see both of these guys are in the top percentile of being able to go up and get that ball. Yards after catch, something we all love in Dynasty and fantasy, right? We want our guys not only to catch the ball, but to get those all-important yak yards. 4.3, ranked 22nd. I was really kind of surprised by this stat as well, and it kind of shows up on the film. I mean, Travis Hunter has the ability. It's actually one of the things I think he's really good at, navigating through the second level. But again, compared to the rest of the draft class, he came in number 22nd ranked. Yards after catch, 5.1, ranked 19th as well. So both of these guys, at least on the 2024 film, weren't a lot. They weren't considered yak monsters. All right. Yards per route run for all you analytics guys out there. I know you love this stat, so I put it in here. I'm more of a film guy than worrying about stats like this, but 2.45 for Travis Hunter, ranked 19th, 2.87 ranked 6th. So from an analytical standpoint, you analytical guys are probably going to like Tet McMillan maybe a little bit more with those yards per route run numbers. All right, and then drop percentage I kind of like to put in here as well. What kind of hands do they have? 3.2% was the drops. For Travis Hunter, came in 9th out of the top 30 wide receivers headed to the draft, and then 8.7. So Tet McMillan had a little harder time handling the ball, came in 23rd out of 30 wide receivers. All right, so there you guys go. There's the 2024 regular season production stats and his PFF statistics. You got to probably lean a little bit towards Travis Hunter, but they both have different grades to their, two different kind of ball players, right? I mean, really two different kind of wide receivers that we're comparing. But I wanted to do this show specifically because they're the top two on most boards. There's a lot of people I know, especially in my Slack chat and stuff like that, that Tet McMillan is the one, in the eyes of a lot of people as well. All right, so let's go through the scouting report. Like I said, I love watching tape, watching film, and then these are my scouting report card grades. All right, release and route running, I'm giving Travis Hunter an A+, man. This guy is twitchy, can get open all over the field, vertical. He can win as well, but the short area quickness that this guy has, he's got that perfect kind of frame for the NFL, 6'1". He's probably more like 6 foot, 180, 190 pounds. He can get in and out of his breaks. I gave a B to Tet McMillan, man. I mean, he has a really good quick release, like his footwork off the line of scrimmage, really, can win short and intermediate. I was a little concerned about watching the All-22 film, and I did a rookie basically scouting report film on this YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that out. And Travis Hunter's full scouting report I'm going to be dropping this week, but I gave him a B only because I didn't see a lot of separation vertical from Tet McMillan. A little tiny concern that I have looking at these two players together. Which one's going to be able to win vertical with the speed and the acceleration? I got to lean Hunter on this one. His size and frame is going to allow him, I think, to be a little quicker. Ball skills and hands, both really good. Both solid A. I mean, Tet McMillan, you could get an A+, but he does have the dropsy sometimes. I like Travis Hunter's body control. They both can go up and get the ball. Of course, with the length that Tet McMillan has, 6'5", 212 pounds. I mean, he's going to be that contested catch guy, that red zone monster, the guy that you can really throw it up. But Travis Hunter, man, made some vertical plays on the films that we watched and broke down that showed that he has the ability to adjust vertical, especially on deep balls, and go up and get the ball. Acceleration and long speed, A- for Travis Hunter. I don't think he's got blazing long speed, but man, his short area quickness, I think, is off the charts. I gave a B to Tet McMillan. I think, again, Tet McMillan, his frame, it's not his game. He's going to win physical more than, acceleration and speed, but still, really good accelerator off the line of scrimmage. He's just not at that elite level of space creation that I've seen with the acceleration. Yards after catch, gave a B+ to Travis Hunter, even though it didn't show up on those PFF stats that we just looked at. I think he's got the ability to really take it the distance really on a lot of plays if he does create space in the second level. Tet McMillan, I gave a B2 as well. This guy is a tough, physical, yards after the catch kind of guy, man. You should have seen how many tackles Jason and I, who I did the film breakdowns with, we were talking about how many guys it took to get him to the ground. And he's got really good, I think, navigation in the second level after the ball in his hands. And one of his traits that I really like is when he catches the ball and turns upfield, it's like in an instant he is turning upfield and getting north and south, really like that. So I think both of these guys bring that yards after the catch ability. Hunter probably being a little bit more explosive just with that size and frame. Physicality and play strength, gave a B to Travis Hunter. If there's one itty bitty thing that maybe is a small blemish on his profile, is his physicality. Not that he's not a tough physical player and plays physical and tough, but just again, if he's going to be, pressed with, the hands by a DB up in his grill, like at the line of scrimmage, is he going to be able to have that hand fighting and stuff? And T-Mac, on the other hand, has, plenty of tape I've seen on his films, watching his 2024 film of him, with the hand swipes and, getting that separation early at the line of scrimmage, not with so much the route running and space creation, but with the hands, the physicalness. And again, at the catch point, he is physical for his size. Really, really good. So both of these players play physical, and the play strength is there. It's just, I think that T-Mac brings a little bit more physicality, and you would expect that with a little bigger frame and size as well. So again, both really good report cards here that we're going over. So the expected draft capital right now, top 5 selection, I think is Travis Hunter. I mean, right now we got the regular season of the NFL is over. I believe Tennessee Titans, and then it's the Cleveland Browns, and then I think the Giants are number 3. All need quarterbacks, so it's going to be really interesting. So nonetheless, I don't know where he's going to be kind of, selected, but he's a top 5 selection without a doubt, especially if he goes as a wide receiver. And T-Mac, I think, is a top 15 selection. I think he is a good receiver, but I wouldn't be surprised if another receiver, by the time the draft time comes, is not maybe taken ahead of Tet McMillan. Like him as a player, but again, think the frame and size of some of the other receivers might catch up to him, like Ibuka, Luther Burden, maybe one of those players. So we're at the final part of the show here, guys. Who am I taking? If I'm on the clock and I have got to decide one of these players, I am going to go with Travis Hunter. He is my wide receiver 1 of this class. He's been there, I don't know, probably since October. I just don't think that there's a more explosive, twitchy player. And to me, scouting wide receivers, it's all about space creation. It's all about creating space for yourself, for your quarterback to find you. And I think he does a better job than anybody in this class. I'm really hoping, he does declare as a wide receiver. Now, if he says, hey, I want to play corner in the NFL, then I'll probably scrap the video altogether. But listen, man, I hope you enjoyed this film. All I ask, I'm on marching my way to 15,000 subscribers by the NFL draft. Hit that subscribe button. It takes me time to watch these films, cut up the all 22, make the images. All I ask in return is a subscription to my YouTube channel, or subscribe rather. And I'm going to be doing shows like this for all. I mean, I've done, I just did Judkins and Trevion Henderson. So maybe I'll link it here after this show and take you right to that. I'm going to be doing a show like this each and every week, all the way leading up till mid-April to the NFL draft, giving you a comparison. I'm going to compare players that are kind of in the same realm of, decision-making process that we're all going to find ourselves in the 2025 rookie draft. So can't wait. Regular season's almost over. Can't believe another season of college ball's over, but here we are. Subscribe to the channel. I'll help you get ready for your 2025 rookie drafts. Thanks for watching.